No, I was just, like, I kept that out. Anyway, welcome everybody to another podcast. You might be wondering, what the hell? Why are you doing that now? There are a couple of reasons. Number one, my internet went out Sunday, came back late Saturday after my apartment was done with renovations. But more importantly, too, see,
Wait, it was up for a whole week?
it was down from like Wednesday to like Sunday night. Yeah, so it was most of the week. Yeah. Anyway,
So that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks. The thing that sucks, I realized like when a few times where I got late, like on the internet, and it got turned off, or I got to turn on or whatever.
mhm.
Especially where I live by the mountains, it's like, dude, without internet, it's so boring here. Like I can't watch anything because I don't have cable, whatever. So I watch my shit online through my smart TV.
It's one of the
And
it's
if I didn't, if we're gonna like even say like I could pirate and watch anime, well, why would I watch that? I watch that on my internet.
Oh, Robert, like that's one of the beautiful reasons of like me doing the recordings and like saving a local copy when I'm done rendering because I could just like watch all of our. Do you have any idea how many times I've watched us watching The Room? Even though that video's been on our website, not on the Mad Hen House website for like what, close to a month now. No, I think it was like over a month now.
It'll be over a month because, bro, like I got hospitalized like a month ago.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not doing
Here,
that, so I was like,
let
only.
me let me explain the second reason as to why we're doing the podcast. Some of you might have noticed that I was like, "Oh, we're expanding again." I just didn't want to say what because I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. You can now view the. You can now view like you can watch us. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music. You can watch this particular podcast on Roku, but now you can also watch us on Fire TV, which is linked to Amazon Prime. We are on Amazon, baby. I got the call this morning, and I have just been jumping for joy. Matter of fact, I straight up told a colleague that I am gonna get super fucking drunk tonight, and in order to avoid any form of hangover tomorrow, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven, pick up like a 7-Eleven slushie, intentionally give myself brain freeze, which should kill any hangover that I have. I don't know. I've never actually like tried this theory. I mean, yeah, there are a couple like I could grab Alka Seltzer or whatever, but I want some fucking flavor, and I'm actually gonna grab something sweet for the first time in a long time. But yeah,
I mean, I know like some people. I mean, everyone has different hangover cures, or well, no. Some people have hangover cures. Some people have hangover preventions, or whatever, or like
yeah. I mean,
there's,
you
but
like
there's like a system.
if you eat eggs, like eggs is a great way to kill the hangover because that protein is fucking real.
No,
Like
that's all I was gonna say. That actually is actually kind of backed up by science. Like, well, if we're drinking stuff on there, like even get super drunk, near the end, if you can eat like something really greasy,
yeah, that too.
a lot of it, which most people, that's why it's like late night, gotta do that stuff, do it, and then like depending on what you're drinking, like a lot of bad hangovers are caused by the sugar. So like that's why girls have such bad hangovers because they be drinking those like
Yeah, they drink a lot.
sweet like fruity drinks and all that stuff and get wasted on those ones. Or like when they get those mimosa hangovers
Yeah,
because they're drinking orange juice sugar, white wine or stuff on there, or champagne, which is just sweet, like stuff on there. So it's just like a lot of sugar. Hmm.
yeah, but like one of my great backup plans to like try to kill a lot of the drunkenness is I actually have Ralph's garlic bread, and that garlic bread will kill a lot of your buzz real quick because that garlic paste they use, although is really fucking tasty, it kills your buzz hella fast. And considering how thick the bread is, yeah, that's gonna be like
It's gonna absorb a lot of alcohol stuff on there. So
hmm. Yeah, but dude, So happy. We're finally on Amazon. Oh, Doug, are you just gonna brag about Amazon? No, 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 no. We're gonna do the same thing like we did the first podcast. We're gonna talk about like all manner of shit, like news, event, like pop culture. But I will start off with pop culture rather than like news and politics, because news and politics is, while it is sad, I do not want to like get off of this high right now. So I'll start off with something fun. So Robert, let me put you this picture, right? Um, Sunday night, right? You know, I could have texted you and everyone else saying like, oh, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna bother you guys. So instead, I'm just gonna like go to YouTube, right? So on my YouTube homepage, I get this random ass video of like uh, Daria character breakdowns, and we're like, oh, Jodie's like one of the best side characters in Daria, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. But then I was like, you know what? I feel like watching some Daria. So out of nowhere, I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch like one or two episodes. Dude, I watched like so many episodes, both movies. Like, is it fall yet? And is it college yet? College yet?
Yeah, in the college dance fall. Yeah, those were great stuff on there.
Yeah.
And I would. And the thing is, when you were talking about, it's not Jodie, it was Jane.
No, Jodie. It was Jodie. It was Jodie, the black chick.
Oh, Jodie, the black chick. Oh, I thought you meant Jane. Yeah, no, yeah, she's the best friend. Because I was like, I'm thinking like, I'm thinking like Jane's best one for Daria, and I was like, was she? Because there's a Tom thing, but I'm like, oh wait, no, wait. Daria wanted Tom after and Jane and them were dating. So yeah, so like, and then they had that little kind of like falling out and stuff on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But no, but yeah, no, but Jodie the black chick, no, both Jodie the black chick and his boyfriend, I don't remember his name, who always hanged out with the dumb quarterback.
Yeah. Jake.
Like that boy's back too. Like they were the both like them as a couple and stuff. They've set themselves as they were kind of like they were the calm, rationalized people for the groups. I mean, there was some episodes where Jodie kind of lost it with stuff with the school and shit on there, but like for a pretty sound reason board, she was smart. I mean, even Daria respected her advice.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh shit.
Um. Um. So, Jake was the brain dead jock. Jodie's boyfriend was, oh god, Michael. There you go. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason why they're like, oh, she's one of the best side characters is because like she's like so nuanced, etc., etc. As like the only black chick in a mostly white neighborhood. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And they bring up how she puts Daria in her place after Daria tries to put Jodie in her place, considering how Jodie tries to be was a hypocrite or some shit like that. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it was like that white collar intern thing or whatever. It was a.
Yes, yeah.
It was an intern with a car dealership or whatever.
Yeah, no, you're on the right track. Like Jodie and Daria partner up to do to get a bank loan. The first bank, like, and I rewatched that episode too. The first bank was like, well, Daria, if your dad is willing to co-sign, and Jodie's like, what about my father? And that's when she like, and the guy's like, oh, I don't know your father. I mean, just like, but you're a high risk. And then Jodie's like, oh, my dad made the folding coffee cup. Oh my god. Then yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck you. And she's like, fuck you. Rightfully so. The second bank she goes to, she name drops her father, and Daria calls her out on that hypocrisy. And Jodie's all like, yeah, I know I'm a hypocrite, but the assignment called for us to get a bank loan, and that's what we did. And don't you dare try to come off at me with your high horse when you're not even working with Jane because you're doing this, when you're doing this, and this, because this was directly after the Tom stuff. So she calls out Daria for not wanting to partner with Jane and using Jodie as like, I don't know, like a silver medal or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was a second place afterthought. And it was like, yeah, so I love that bag of stuff on there. And like, she definitely had a point because it's like, she did the right thing in the first one. Right, rightfully so. And the second one was, like she said, this is how the world is going to be. I saw what it was on the first one, gave him a shot. I don't remember how, I think the town's pretty big, but let's say this is like the second bank they have, and it's only another second major bank they have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
without them having to drive to another one.
Yeah,
Why take the risk of
exactly.
that when it's like, on principle, I could easily stand on this. But on principle, it's not going to give me this bank to finish his assignment. And even if I won on this principle, I don't need this money.
Exactly.
But I need this grade. So so it's like, and then that obviously that does even reinforces her original point of that. Hey, I guess the bank only cares about people who have the most money, which makes sense. But it also means that they don't think black people have that much money off the jump that you have to actually bring that out.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, if you look at real world examples, like let's say about selling houses, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will get their white friends to be like pretend to be owner of the house because they realize like usually it's like a 25% jump increase that people don't want. Like some people don't want to live in a house that black people used to live in. You know.
Amen, brother.
And also with bank loans and shit on there, like, you know, for that. Or you just look at news media training bias or whatever, where whenever like a white kid, whatever, does something horrible, that, you know, they'll be definitely up in arms and want a death penalty for a black kid, the first thing they say is like, oh, he's from a good family, or like, he might be mentally ill, or like, he was a good person all this time, like, they don't understand where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like black people, you do something on here, they're finding any pictures on the internet that's your worst mugshot picture you ever putting that on there. While white people are like, hey, let's get them in a football uniform taking a knee on the field.
You know, I'm gonna revisit that point because there's more to that, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But let me circle back around to the whole Daria situation, right? So you might be asking, like, okay, Doug, why are you bringing up Daria other than, like, you know, the side characters? Here's the weird thing, right? And while, yes, I will talk about the whole divisiveness between the Tom thing. Two things. One, I did not know that the Daria writers, well, no, three things. One, I did not know the Daria writers wanted to do a spin-off for Jodie in particular. That was actually like news to me, like 100% honest. Like I'm like legit honest. I did not know they wanted to do a spin-off for Jodie. First it was a series, but that fell through. Then when the whole Paramount Warner merger was happening, they were like, okay, let's do a movie instead. That fell through. And two, when I'm rewatching Daria, despite how dated it is, there is a lot, like, the writing still holds up, and I'm, like, surprised with how good the writing is, despite the fact that they use stuff like landline phones, or, like, showing off a cell phone, despite how ubiquitous that tech is today. But more importantly, three, while I was watching Daria, you'd be surprised, if you watch Daria, you'd be surprised how much it mirrors the Boondocks.
Nice.
Whoa, Doug, what the hell are you talking about? Hear me out. While, yes, Daria and Boondocks are two very different series that you can't compare to. You can't compare, it's not an apples-to-apples comparison. But once you start comparing the characters, Huey and Daria, like, I swear to God, if Huey was Daria's age and was in Lawndale, I guarantee you that those two would be fucking. Like, the amount of shit they have in common is ridiculous. Think about it. Hear me out. Yes, Huey does call out black culture. He does. He does do that. I'm not going to deny that. And he's rightfully doing that. Rightfully so, because, like, when he calls out black culture, he doesn't call out, like, black culture, period. He calls out, like, the commercialized black culture, which is something I wanted to talk to, which is something I'm going to touch up on later when Robert was all like, oh, black guy does this. Oh, let's have mugshot. Da, 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 da. Because that's something that needs to be chatted up about in a bit. But when you look at the fucking causes Huey actually stands for, right? And how his personality is unwavering, much like how Daria does the same goddamn thing. It's almost weird how similar those two are. Like, that's why I'm like, if those two were the same age, just out of high school, those two would be fucking. Period. Because they are the exact same goddamn thing. Only difference is, Daria is more dry. No, they're both dry-wit. They're both cynical. They're both calling out culture that's toxic. They both. The only fucking difference is, like, Daria is kind of goth, and Huey's just all like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
I would agree that in that scenario, like if you transplanted Huey into the Dario world and he was there and like he was already a student there because like, you know, obviously her and Quinn are the new students there. So like he's already there. The arc I see with them is that they become cool friends, right? Not as close as like Jane and stuff, because Jane will be the first one. Mm-hmm. So like how they meet would be like, you know how her and Jane got there because she got stuck in the first class and they started hanging out stuff on there.
Yeah.
One day when they're hanging out, he would be by a tree or some shit, shooting some fucking facts or whatever. Yeah. So they be hanging out, and then he'll just be the cool friend that everyone's kind of like you said, will notice. They're similar, they should date. But they don't date at first, because Daria is doing that thing where, I don't know, she's into fucking Jane's brother. She was into him for a while, right? Yeah. Okay, I get it. Older guy, older man, whatever. Even though it made no sense, but I guess it makes sense for Daria, whatever.
It makes sense. Like, we've all had, like...
Yeah, the older crush on the thing and stuff on there. You put on a pedestal and stuff on there. So, like, that's why that arc still has to play out, right?
Yeah.
Because you always have that. And it really solidifies the reason why her and Jay hang out. They go to their thing and stuff on there, more story art lines. And then you do the whole Tom thing, Tom dating Jane, and then, like, you know, Dara's getting these feelings for Tom realizing it, but, like, conflicted because he's Jane's boyfriend. So she be talking to Huey about it. Huey telling her straight about this kind of shit. But deep down, Huey actually likes Daria. Like, likes her more than that because she sees what he wants to see, right? So he's still going to tell her the truth, but he's also kind of like, you know, maybe you should move on, whatever. But then Daria ends up with Tom anyway, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, like, near the end, like, they were having issues with their shit on here, and I think they stayed together until they went to college or whatever, right?
Okay, so technically they break up before Daria goes to college.
Okay, so like that's the best part here. So if you do that, and if they would have do like a different movie for going to college, right? Them breaking up, her like kind of dealing with that kind of shit, and then they're about to go to the same college and all that kind of shit, and then they meet again at the same college, you and them, and this is when you do the spinoff, right? Them at college, and you know, and Jane's either there like probably the liberal wing or at our college that's like down the road, so they can still be there, right?
Yeah.
So then he tried to like cook up, and Daria's like trying to get with Huey. He was just like, oh, I don't know, because like I don't want to be like, this is the third thing. Like I was always there for you, kind of shit. So like, he played this kind of out, almost kind of Felicity style and shit. And that's how you can have the spin-off, continue the series that is Daria, him, and like I said, either Jane's at their college or she got a job because she didn't want to go to college and she's working at the fucking college doing the art shit or whatever. Because she's like the Kramer at this point. She has to be there. And then, I don't know, to join a comic relief, kind of like Broken Skull, that's a place where the Kevin is a quarterback at, and Brittany's there as a cheerleader.
Yeah, but
especially with the dumb couple there. And this is not going to be Saved by the Bell college years.
Yeah, except like Brittany like straight up fucked off. Like she left Jake at the end of Daria. But like I'm serious. Like if you like,
but they could have had that back though. They could have still went through the same one, and they could have kept it going.
It doesn't matter. Like seriously, look at Huey's character and Daria's character. Like they share so much in common. It's fucking weird. Oh, Doug, the shows have very huge differences. You're right. Yes, absolutely. Because Daria takes it more seriously, whereas the Boondocks, well, you can't say the Boondocks doesn't take its matter seriously. It does, but the Boondocks has better jokes. That's all it boils down to. Both are technically comedy series. Both rely more on social commentary.
Yeah. But the thing with the Boondocks, it was just more over the top, in your face comedy to drive home the point.
And it's funnier. It's funnier.
While Daria's more the subtle.
Take season 1 Boondocks when it's the most grounded, right? Versus Daria when it's most grounded. Daria, well, both of them are at their most grounded. Both take themselves extremely seriously. The comparison starts to waver when the Boondocks is more hilarious. That's just it. I mean, fucking the Stink Meter episode, period. The nigga moment. You have two people pointing guns at each other, shooting at them, shooting at each other, point blank, missing every single shot. And it's one of the most hilarious fucking things.
So the ballad of President, the ballad of
but like when you take the Boondocks' season 1 finale, when that one dude was gonna be executed, and Uncle Ruckus has that religious experience or whatever.
Oh, the religious when he's white Reagan, and that was funny because I was talking about the thing where it's like when they had Tom and Sarah the thing, and it's like, be honest, you could probably name 5 niggas you hate right now. Usher, T.I.
Yeah.
And then Tom starts going along with it. It's like, no, I never liked that guy. I never put out there. And like, yeah. And he's like, if God so help me, if I'm mine, try me lightning now. But he gets stroked. He gets smited.
And there's a reason why Tom went to that. Like, he fell and he became like, I'm gonna like beat up my own black people. And there's a reason for that too, because it ties into what Robert said earlier when it was like, oh, black guy gets shot or a black dude does this, and they release the whole. because Aaron Magruder, he started like he was kind of like calling out and I don't care if you take this with a grain of salt. I really don't. He was calling out the self-hating black people when they just self-hate themselves. And the reason why they self-hate themselves, right, is because, like, when you look at, like, when you watch, like, conservative Fox News or read the New York Post or any right-wing news outlet, the first thing they're going to jump on is when a black person commits a crime rather than white people, right? Doug, don't make it about race. I'm going to make it about race because that's how all of this starts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see all of this shit in the news, in those particular news circles, right? You see, like, black guy does this, black guy does that, black guy does this, black guy does that, black woman does this to the black guy, black woman does this to the black guy that does this to the black woman that does that with the black pussy, whatever the fuck. Eventually, it bleeds over to other news outlets to the point where you're just like looking at this, and like you'll have like people like low tier God, fucking idiot that he is, will start like just talking down to his own kind, and you might be thinking like, oh, that's just that's not necessarily true. No, it is, because when you see all of those news stories, despite the fact that if you look at FBI crime statistics and you see that no matter what type of demographic, white people are like commit the most crimes, then you'll have like those idiots say like, oh, black people commit the most crimes per capita, which is a slippery slope to go down, because you could literally clap back by saying, well, a white person dropped the atomic bomb, they commit more civilian murders and more war crimes. So what the fuck are we talking about? But they won't say that. They would actually just say like, oh, white people just, black people just do this, black people do that, which fuels the whole self-hating white people, like, you know, like low tier God, or that one dude that hung out with Sneeko, that fucking sang Heil Hitler by Kanye West, and Kanye West is all like, oh yeah, nigga, Heil Hitler, you know what I mean?
The thing is, like you said, like the self-hating black man is like you get on these Fox News and stuff on there. Do you have an ultimate agenda? Yes, most of you do. Like Byron Donald stuff on there. It's like he knows a gift. You know, you could be the truck and driving black guy that they use to roll out to, like, first of all, make these talking points, because if you actually cared about actually cleaning the black people's image, or like that was like your deep concern originally, you would be doing something to the community, whatever. Like if you cared about like having strong communities or better stuff on there, you would be out there actually doing stuff on there. Drive, making people okay, so they're living okay, so maybe they wouldn't have to do as much crimes on there.
Yeah.
Maybe doing better, maybe not redlining everything, so the public schools in those areas are getting better educated people so they can go to the workforce out here. But you're not doing that. All you're doing is going on here saying issues, not really giving any actual solutions to that basically disparage this whole thing. That's how I know that you actually hate the black people, because it's like you're not trying to lift them up. You're just out here being like, hey, black people, hey, white people, you see these black people doing this stuff on here, and it's like, I agree with these other white people. And it's like, okay, agree with the white people, now what? It's like, because you think you're actually going to get something. And it's like, in the past, some of them did. I'm not going to say it didn't always work, because the reason people still do it is because no one really benefits from it. But look at you, Byron Donalds. Look at all the other people that's been sucking up for Donald Trump since he got reelected. Are any of you guys in positions of power? No. Byron Donalds, you're trying to run again against for Florida governor, and you're not even like balls to the wall being a Democrat here in the red state of Florida.
Yeah,
How's that Trump thing working out for you? Like,
exactly. And
you
like
know,
to be
like,
fair, and oh no, no, I'm sorry. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
and I was saying, like, for like Stephen A. Smith, bro, like, you see how you're kind of coming in here doing all this shit. That's why they have this issue with the NBA BGA. You're on these AI videos of people calling you sellouts because you're doing one thing and doing another thing. Like, I will give you credit for the stuff you do, like the stuff that, yes, you took First Take and ESPN to the HBCUs, and yes, although it was the ESPN higher ups that had to okay it, and you did have to fucking say you want to do this, and you go for it to happen. So, like, I will give you credit for actually going there, doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yes, you do have done other stuff. You've done other charities. Yes, you have hired. You said like your team, people around you, like the lawyer, personal assistant, all that stuff is all black women. But the problem is that you'll say some of this good shit, do some of the good shit, and you'll go around and just go after these black athletes for no reason, like harder on them than the white ones. When Trump calls you an idiot and say you were slow, you kind of shut your mouth and were kind of like, oh, I'm going to address it on my podcast. And he just said the president's entitled to say what he wanted to say. Then this national black American journalist give you a thumbs down. You did an hour commentary trying to fire back, saying how dare you do this and all this other shit. Like, that's why black people see you sell out, because it seems like, bro, the first thing you did was you ran to fucking the Fox News, Sean Hannity, all this stuff on here.
yeah,
You're butting up with these right wing conservatives going on the things on here under the guise of saying like, hey, it's not bad to have them on because like we're on this podcast business, we're all this helping each other out. But you go on there knowing what you're saying and the words you're using is going to be used on Fox News to disparage and use to hate black people. That's why people say you're a sellout.
yeah, yeah.
And like you said, like, you're not getting anything from
No.
this. Like, if you want to hate yourself on there, go ahead. You can dress up in suits, and you can dress up in suits all you want. You can climb up, be a CEO. You can get up there. You can be a fucking Richter greater than bus and get up there and be a trillionaire.
Hmm.
It doesn't fucking matter because one day you're gonna be at a park with your daughter, whatever, in like your casual beach wear, and a cop's gonna look at you funny
Right. And you might
because
be
you're
thinking,
still both a nigger.
yeah. And you might be thinking like, oh, well, Obama didn't do anything for the black community. Why the hell did you vote for him twice? I will be the first person, but I will be the first person to jump to that man's defense. Because, like, look, motherfucker, do you have any idea how much the Affordable Care Act helped the black community? You're gonna say like the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, didn't help the black community? Like seriously, get the
Okay,
fuck
I
out!
want to jump in there right
And
there
it's
because we're
not
talking
just
about
that.
this.
Look, it's not
Also,
just go. You know what?
no,
No,
it's
go ahead.
important about
Go
the.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, also, just for those people that says Obama was the greatest divisive president in history, that Obamacare helped out a lot of you fucking red middle states as well. Like all you poor white people.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
that too. But like, go ahead. Go ahead. Just
no, I was just saying that as well. Like I was saying for the black community, but I like want to put that back on there because it's like, bro, I'm also helping you white ass people who hated this guy from the get go.
yes, because unlike Trump, he understood politics. Oh, what about Biden, Doug? What about Biden? Okay, he made Ketanji Brown Jackson a Supreme Court justice. And
And people say that's a DR.
look, I'm just gonna say, look, I will say the quiet part out loud. Hold on, let me try to English again because the alcohol is starting to hit. And I'm just so glad. I'm so happy that we are on Amazon now. We are on Amazon now. That's so fucking awesome. I have tried. I have been clawing my way to get not just on Amazon, but on TV. And while yes, Roku is a platform, I don't know what's going to happen when Fox eventually buys them out, because that's apparently a thing. And I don't know what the fuck that means. But we are, not only are we on TV, we are on Amazon. You cannot, no one can say we're not legit. We have been legitimate. And this adds to our legitimacy. But anyway, let's talk about how Biden was all like, I'm going to make a black woman part of the Supreme Court. That gives me legitimacy with the black people. It kind of doesn't when you think about it. Obama never made a black person part of the Supreme Court for a reason. They would say biased.
Yep.
And he's kind of right, and they're kind of right. But, to his credit, he tried to make D.C. a state, which makes sense too. However, retardicans were all like, no, if you want your Obamacare a thing, then you can't have D.C. statehood.
Yeah.
He bit his tongue. He did not like doing that, but he had to make that concession. You could cite that bias. But at the end of the day, he was like, you know what? Fine. I will bow. Yeah. But with what's his face? Biden. There was no real pushback, number one. Number two, we all knew what it was. He just wanted the fucking brownie points. He just wanted the brownie points. That's it. Obama went to fucking Ruth Ginsburg to tell her to resign so he could appoint another Supreme Court justice that would live longer. And that kite bitch was like, no, I'm going to live forever. And then look what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing is, like you said, with finding the brownie points for Kamala Harris, I completely 100% agree. I think also, remember at the beginning when he said that he wasn't going to seek re-election, he 100% believed that at the time. That's why he's like, I'm going to put her on here, brownie points for me, what's good for his legacy, because I'm going to be out, right? And I can just point to this shit, right? And then that kind of bit him in his ass later on when he decided, oh, hey, I'm actually going to run again. Oh, hey, I'm going to put, first of all, I'm going to sink her before I decided to run again, because I guess they also didn't think Trump was going to fucking run again. So they were just kind of like, okay, brownie points. And it's like, okay, kind of do something with this border. I'm going to deal with, getting us back from COVID recovery and the infrastructure, which was actual stuff they had to actually do. So, understandably, they did take a backseat on the border. They should have did a little more on the border, even if it was to be, maybe not the top priority, but they still could have put, maybe 30% of effort into it. And I know he fake kind of put Kamala Harris into that thing on there, but it was also kind of what kind of plan or purpose was they going to do anything for this? Because it's what did I say?
Number one, I don't know how the fuck he thought Trump wouldn't run again. The fuck was in his mind with that? Fucking moron. And two, he should have done he should have let Kamala Harris do more But no, he had to keep her under the thumb. And she had to be the submissive type. Cause like
I mean,
even no, cause like think about it. When she was like, okay, I'll run for president, right? How many times have I said like, she's gonna let Israel do what Israel will do, right? You were there. Captain K was there. We all agreed on it that was literally what was gonna happen. She wasn't gonna ring them into place. Was that the main factor as to why she lost? No. Because, like, he won, that fucking orange prick won the popular vote and the swing states. Some people did still say, like, no, it's because Biden just wouldn't let go of the presidency. I don't know if I want to, like, agree with that. But then again,
I mean,
go ahead.
with that, it's like, yeah, because Obama got like a short thing because since he was in there so long before he dropped out, and like she had short on there, so like maybe the numbers were better. I mean, maybe like the popular vote would have won to Trump, maybe, but Trump maybe still would have won the swing state. Maybe it still had stuff for Elon Musk. But the thing is also is like you said, she was going to stay with the same platform with that, all that kind of stuff. So it was just like bad timing. It's just like, you know, Biden was that's really old. When did that shit go? And then dropped out too late after he embarrassed himself at that fucking debate fucking thing on there.
Yes.
You had the Israel and Gaza thing going on at the same time that they were in hot water, and then like they were clearly losing and having issues with all that kind of stuff on there, but they were like still standing firm, staying with the stuff on there. So like there's a lot of stuff, like if that stuff didn't happen, if Biden would have dropped out and wasn't doing anything and Kamala got a free wearing, if he wasn't, like you said, keeping her under her thumb the entire thing, which makes you wonder, like, was he doing it because he thought at first, like you said, he was not going to run for a second term, so he didn't want her to outshine him because he wanted this stuff to be his, because if he's going to be a one-term president, he needed a lot of stuff to be like his legacy, right?
Right.
Or was he did he think like he was going to run again, so we need to keep her dumb so we can get that stuff on there?
Right.
Or throw number three is that secretly he felt, even though he was the Vice President Obama, he kind of secretly was like, I'm being outshined by a black man. And then when he finally got the seat, he didn't want to be outshined by a black lady.
Oh my god. That makes so much sense too.
Right? I mean, like, I know he has his other stuff and he did this stuff for black rights and all that stuff on there, but you don't know what's inside that man's heart and stuff on there. It's like,
and to get like,
I'm sure, like,
by a black lady, you know?
Yeah, because I'm sure once like Obama won and then like fucking he got the vice president kind of on there, he was like cool. He was like, definitely this is kind of cool. Like, cool, I'm gonna be VP, and then this is gonna vamp up so when I can run to be president down the line. First thing's like, this is cool, right? I'm just gonna do some girl stuff here, kind of get some goodwill, good on here. But he probably wasn't expecting how much people were liking Obama the entire time.
Yeah.
And I know he's getting some of that stuff and people were liking him too. But
no, that's what I was thinking too. Like when he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna use the Obama years. I was VP under him, so vote for me. Just do it." And
and I can see like he'd be like afraid, like if he's this popular,
what
people start thinking that, hey, does Obama's a replacement guy and Obama's pulling the strings on me or whatever?
What sucks is like he was kind of fixing stuff, right? He was
Yeah.
kind of fixing stuff, but like he, like let me put it to you this way: Obama, when the housing crisis happened, Obama was like, "No, I'm going to take charge. I'm going to take charge," which is why so many people say the housing crisis never happened, because if they acknowledge that it happened, then that means they have to acknowledge Obama actually stop that shit down. Same goes with Bin Laden getting killed. He stomped that shit down. He stomped it down. No matter how much you want to try to say otherwise, he stomped that shit down. But they won't say that because that means they have to acknowledge it. Same goes with the swine flu outbreak. Obama stopped that shit down. And you want to know how he did it? He basically said, look, these are the people that know what they're talking about. Listen to them. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to actually, do the Obama voice. just so I can, rub it in to those racists. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But these people do. You want to know why? Because I know how to dunk a basketball. These people actually know what they're talking about when it comes to, sicknesses. But they don't have as big a dick as me. Isn't that right? Oh, Mr. Obama, damn straight. Look at this. Look at this penis. Look at this penis. Zip. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is what Michelle gets. This is what Michelle gets. This is what Michelle gets. And she's gonna get it tonight. And she's gonna wrap that mouth around it. But in the meantime, while Michelle does that, gives me the anal, just listen to them. And when you listen to them, just do what they say. Because I'm the leader of the free world. What the fuck do I know about sicknesses and health? Listen to these people. I'm gonna go fuck Michelle now. Thanks, Mr. Obama. Call me Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. Damn straight. Oh my god. Did I just say that? Holy crap. Oh, I did not know I would say that. But yeah, that's literally what happened. Doug, Michelle Obama sucked Obama's dick. Yes. I mean, wouldn't you? I'd let Michelle Obama just. Oh, Doug, who's better? Michelle Obama or AOC? I'd leave that up to a coin flip. Anyway, Robert, do you have something to say? Because at this point, I'm just going to repeat.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're doing Michelle Obama or AOC, is this in a world where they're both single, or what's up? Or is this nowadays? Because I would feel
have fun with that.
I would say you would have to have fun with Michelle Obama at least once, respectfully smashing that. The former vice president, you gotta do that. And honestly, the only cooler thing would have been if I ended up and I'm tag teaming with Obama himself on that, 3-teaming that's a fucking story, man. And stuff on there. So I have to do that. But AOC is the wifey girl. She's the one I'm putting the babies in,
You told me she divorced her husband. Wait, divorced? You told me she divorced her husband, not divorced. I don't know what the fuck that meant. What was it, 2 years ago? Or that means I have a
Yeah,
chance with her?
that's when they said that's when they were getting started with or whatever. Yeah.
Then that means I have a shot.
Yeah, like they're off there, so like just put on the stuff. That's why I
Okay,
told you
okay.
because like
I'm just gonna say this.
wait, no, I'm telling you, because
Go for it. Go for it.
okay, because she was on the social media stuff showing a video of her freezing her eggs because she's not gonna get fertilized right now because she doesn't have a man.
I don't care about her. Yeah, for fuck's sake. Okay.
No, but I'm just saying that was a sign, and that's why people started going and looking at it. And then they're like, well, because like, oh yeah, they haven't seen them together in like 2 years. Like, oh yeah, because actually they actually split off, but like, no one was doing the research good enough on there to have tabs. Someone could have been keeping tabs on this. Like, you should have been like Elaine and Seinfeld. Like, I had tabs on several different married couples when they get divorced.
Do not mention Seinfeld. Are you kidding me? Seinfeld went out with a 17-year-old. I am not that guy. Fuck
I think he's
Seinfeld.
still going out with his 17-year-old.
Fuck Seinfeld. Okay, no, fuck him. All I'm gonna say is AOC. I love your brain. I love your brain. Don't get me wrong. You look. Yes. Take from that what you will. That being said, hey, at the very least, I heard the Robert, shut up. God damn it. I heard that the Abraham Lincoln is coming back to the States, which is a good thing. Thank God. Because I am so sick of those sailors going through it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I was like sitting at that thing. I was saying like a war that's not a real war. It's people playing boats in a big fucking. It's like Donald Trump is a big baby in a bathtub and playing boats in his fucking bathtub. Like, I'm gonna let this be. Yeah, we. That's the type of war he's playing.
Right? Good Lord.
I'm glad they get to go finally come back, and I'm just like, this should stay back. Like, you know what? Here's a solution for Trump. Without actually saying he's given up or that everyone else was right or whatever shit on here. Like, on the guise of like letting these people come back home, like let's say for Labor Day. Let's say Labor Day, they're like, we're gonna give these people reprieve and send them back home, whatever. They'll still send them back. Let's have their straight kind of open. They'll take care of themselves. And then stop talking about it. Larry, like, why don't you try that? Like, and then secretly just give the Iranians money. And then they'll let people do with some fucking toll fucking shit. And then stop talking about it. And then, like, get all your right-wing people that's like, let's not talk about it. Because then there's only the Democrats will be able to talk about it. Right? And then they'll put us on attack. Right? So.
Did you hear, like, Iran is like saying, like, oh, we beat the U.S. I'm like, yeah, you kind of did.
I mean, they're not wrong. I mean.
And, like, you know what really pisses me off about, like, those that is, like, you believe that Iran beat the U.S.? Does that make you a traitor or an enemy? And I'm like, dude, fuck you. Like, if you're a maggot and you're for this war, you are a fucking idiot because you are directly contributing to what's going on with our economy. No, I don't want to say our economy. I just want to say my economy. Because last I checked, Obama never put us in forever wars. He was in a forever war, and he just, like, kept us there. Granted, yes. But at the same time, are you gonna say, like, Obama raised prices? Obama raised gas prices? Food prices? Just cost of living altogether? Never mind. The data centers, which is one of the most toxic things you could talk about right now. Because one of the things I found out is Governor Greg Abbott, the man who stands against crime, even though he can't stand against anything because he's a cripple, is now, like, doing a 180 on data centers. Because, like, nobody wants data centers in their state anymore. You're gonna tell me that Trump is winning? You're gonna tell me that? You're gonna tell me that? Even though nobody wants what Trump is doing? You're gonna pay those extra things? Really? 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 Fucking morons. Pieces of shit, maggot dumbasses. I am so glad that the maggots are suffering. Not just from AI, but, like, from the Iran war. Fuck them. What do you think, Robert? Like, Jesus Christ.
I think that a lot of the right-wing politicians, the more established criminal there, hate what they made. They hate how well this went with Trump, and they created this MAGA thing where they can't fucking stand up and have actual backbone. They look like fucking idiots, all trying to bend down and suck this guy's dick because they're afraid of their own constituents that they make and shit on here. And I think they hate that they're in the majority. They want to be in that minority so they can just bitch and complain. Because that's why they just have to bitch and complain about some dumbass shit. I mean, Texas is the number one state that bitches and complain. Texas has been controlled by all branches of the government by Republicans for 30 years. And how is every year their political fucking campaign kind of whatever they talk about is fucking, and the Democrats are going to ruin the state. But it's like, but it's like, is your state, is your state as great as it could be right now? Are you complaining? If you're complaining, that's probably because of the Republicans in your state and shit like that, you know?
Because honestly, look.
I mean, if honestly, swear to God, if I had to put a gun to all these fucking senators' head, like in a closed fucking room, and said, like, let's say we gave them the first Trump term, because that's the only way this works on here.
Right.
And they told them that, hey, after Biden or whatever, we could put in another fucking Obama as president again, instead of having Trump have a second term. Would they do that? And they will all say yes. Because they would be like, cool, now we got a black man we can hate in power and all this shit, and we're not in power. So we can't go crazy, but we can talk crazy and say that we're fighting. Like, they want to basically say all the crazy shit that they know the fucking deplorable people back home will want to say, but they don't want to be in power because they don't want to be able to actually implement this shit. Now that they're in power, they can implement this shit. They're just like, fuck.
Well, yeah, but, like, here's the weird thing. Like, fucking for the past, 3 years, everybody says, Obama's the most admired man. Which makes sense. It makes sense. It does make sense. Considering how, black people, we know what we're doing. I mean, am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. We know what we're doing.
I mean, black people will always tell you what shit's gonna go down in the movie before it happens. We tell you, bitch, don't go in there. We're gonna kill you.
It's not just that. It is not just that. There are I got roped into you know how the white people just oh no, the tariffs are destroying me. Oh, black farmers are basically yeah, we anticipated this and we prepared for this, so we're just doing our own thing. So that being said, oh my god, I just realized this. You realize, oh my god, Trump is a racist. Trump is a racist towards white people because he's giving black people more of an edge. Oh my god! What the? I just realized this.
No. It's not that. Trump is still racist against black and brown people. He just hates poor people and doesn't care.
Yeah, no, I know that.
So he doesn't care about who gets screwed over.
Yeah, I know that, but he just Robert.
Yeah, he's just screwing over other poor people.
No. He's not screwing over other people. He's screwing over white people. Oh my god.
Poor white people.
Does that mean black people have to save white people? But why? How? What? I don't want black people saving white people. No! I don't want black people saving white people. Fuck that. If you're a black farmer, don't save a white person. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Don't save a white person. Don't save a white person now. Don't save a white person. Don't be in those fields anyway.
Exactly. Piece of shit. Fuck them. Anyway. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I drank a lot.
You know what I've been watching a lot? See, I've been changing my algorithms a lot. I've been watching a shit ton of food videos, man. I look watching.
You think that
I'm stuck in it, bro.
Robert, I want to be fuck Avatar Aang. I want to spoil the plot so hard. Dude, I want to do that. I want to spoil the plot so hard. But at the same time, why would I want to do that when fucking fuck we can fuck what's her face, goddamn Daria. No,
Dude, I've been watching these food videos, a lot of them. People doing the challenges, people doing some mukbang eating a lot of food and shit on there. And then some of them, like those all you can eat challenges. Have you ever did one of those, Doug's? Or be like, bring a friend and then eat this pizza.
Yes, I did that. That was
Did you win?
That was the thing. That was the thing. Back in Arizona. That was the thing. And I dropped my fucking cigarette. Mm. Mm. Anyway, Robert. You know what? Fuck. This was an episode of You can listen to us on all of the fucking things. As well
Talking
as
about W energy.
hell yeah, fuck W. Well, yeah, that is a W energy thing. This thing was partially sponsored by W Energy. God damn it. And you could, like, drink all of these things. Anyway.
You don't think so?
We'll talk to you later. Boop.